Oh, hi everyone. Where have I been? Lots to cover in today's video, starting with this. The Salomon Glide Max TR is a delightfully simple and fun new max cushion trail shoe from the brand known for reduced, low-slung, fast Euro trail rippers. The Glide Max TR brings plenty of soft energy foam underfoot, mixed with a simple and accommodating upper that feels quite a bit different than other regular Salomon offerings. There's no gusset, regular laces, and a nice wide accommodating toe box? The Glide Max TR is a pleasant surprise, but my initial review cycle and my recent trail tested with the shoe wasn't without its big problems. We have a lot to go over with this review, so let's dive in. What is up, everybody? Ethan Newberry, the Ginger Runner, here for another Ginger Runner review. Today we're going to be talking about this little bad boy right here from Salomon. It is the Glide Max TR. This is a shoe that I've been training a ton in over the last few months, including the recent trail tested, which if you watch that, you know then already that this shoe had some problems. In fact, this is my second pair of the shoes. The first pair is right back there. But before we get into anything about this shoe, hi, it's been a while. If you've noticed, I haven't uploaded for the past couple of weeks for a couple of reasons. 2 brand new movies on the North Face channel that I had the privilege of working on, The High Route as well as Shining Mountains, which just dropped. Really honored to work on those projects. They're very big projects, so unfortunately it took a lot of my time away from doing like reviews and stuff like that. In addition, Tiger Claw, our in-person trail race, was bonkers this year. So a shout out to everyone who towed the line. We had sellout races across the board, and we had record-breaking high temperatures, so everyone that got to the finish line absolutely earned it. There'll be fun videos and stuff coming from that. There's a whole bunch of stuff in the works right now. I'm excited to share it with all of you, including so many reviews. So much catching up to do, which brings me to the topic of today's video. Hi, you've been so patient, as have you. Of course, before I talk about the shoe, I have to point out that this shoe was provided for review by Salomon. I'm under no obligation whatsoever to say anything positive or negative about this product. I'm not financially compensated in any way for anything that I say in this review. All opinions are my own. No one has to approve this review. You're the first to see it. With that said, let's get into the things I like and dislike about the Salomon Glide Max TR, starting as always with the things I like. Cushion. So the Glide Max TR has a lot of cushion underfoot, especially for a Salomon. It's nice and soft, it's pillowy, it does feel good underfoot, and it is a comfortable shoe because of that energy foam that they have underfoot. It's definitely gonna be on the max cushion side of Salomon offerings. I think we could get away with more, and I've had problems with this energy foam in the past, but here, it is comfortable, it is cushioned, and I like it. The fit. So this was a surprise with this shoe. Right out of the box, I noticed that the shoe is a bit more accommodating. Not necessarily a wide forefoot, but compared to other Salomons, it's ridiculously wide. It just felt very normal, felt like a really nice comfortable fit through the midfoot, through the forefoot, and decent lockdown through the ankle. You know, you take into account that there's laces and things like that, which are a bit different than Salomon shoes. So I'm welcoming the fact that this shoe will fit a variety of foot shapes. Nice. Simplicity. So Salomons tend to be pretty forward thinking. They do a lot of things with their tech. They have a lot of research that goes into their product. I'm happy to say that the Glide Max TR kind of takes things back old school style to just a simple cushioning midsole, accommodating upper, lockdown with a simple lace system, decent grip on the outsole. It's that Conta grip rubber that we're used to with Salomon. So it kind of keeps everything just very simple. It doesn't feel high tech. It doesn't feel like it's designed for an elite foot and not for just kind of the regular runner's foot. It's just gonna be a shoe that will work for a lot of people. There's an asterisk on that, which I'll get to here in just a minute. But that being said, it's not all hot air balloon rides and snow cone machines. There are a couple of things that I dislike about the Glide Max TR. Whew, and they're doozies. Let's get to those now. The squeak. If you've watched my trail tested, you know about it. If you haven't, go watch it. Not even a mile into running in this pair of shoes, and it started to squeak on me. And not a squeak between the insole and the midsole across the stromal board, but inside of the midsole. It wasn't this exact pair, it was that exact pair. And the thing would not stop squeaking. My left foot just kept going, with every step. It was absolutely aggravating. I actually had to cut that run short because it was just so annoying. I couldn't process my thoughts into camera whilst also running. I'm happy to say the Salomon reached out after seeing that video and was like, hey, we want to send you a replacement pair because that should not happen. I had already gotten a replacement pair for myself because I was like, this shouldn't happen. I'm happy to report that the second pair, it didn't happen. However, I have about 60 to 70 miles in it, and I am noticing my left shoe making a little bit of noise. Not every time I go for a run, but maybe once or twice on a run, I'll hear that in that midsole. So I don't know what's going on. It's not a deal breaker in the second pair, but man, that first pair was like, not wearing those again. They're gonna sit on a desk in the studio and collect dust. Durability. So along with that first dislike, it sort of makes me question the materials that they're using in this shoe. I'm a little worried that things are gonna break down prematurely. This is the same worry that I had with this energy foam in previous versions of Salomon shoes that are sort of that max cushion. I remember reviewing the Ultra Glide thinking it was gonna be the next coming of like Salomon's version of the Hoka, but I couldn't get more than 30 miles in that shoe before that midsole really flattened out. I'm noticing less flattening out in the Glide Max, which is very good. I'm just worried that over time, it may not hold up quite as well as other Salomon offerings. Maybe it's just not built the same. And the first pair squeaked. And finally, attention to detail, I think, is how I want to phrase that. And it's very unlike Salomon. But in this case, there's just things with the shoe that I'm like, how or why did they choose to do it this way? For example, the tongue has no gusset. So the tongue is loose and can slide side to side. Salomon's either have a gusset or it's connected to the upper. Also the lacing system, these are traditional laces versus the quick lace system that they use. So they're kind of cutting some corners, which doesn't make sense because the shoe is retailing for about $160, which is a lot. So there's just some like attention to little detail bits here that made me think initially this shoe was kind of geared and marketed towards the cheaper end of the spectrum for Salomon, but in actuality, it's kind of at the higher end. They're on sale currently, I'll get to that in a minute. I'm just surprised. Because some of the details don't really resonate with like Salomon's of the past. Okay, so that's it for likes and dislikes. Let's get a bit more specific in our breakdown. This is where we talk about the 5 main criteria that I like to get to here. Build quality, comfort, fit, price, and look. Starting with build quality, that's a concern. The Squeaker pair of shoes, the first version, not so great. This pair, doing better. Still worried about durability. Comfort, they're soft. I do like the comfort of this shoe. I have a lot of miles in the second pair. The cushion is still holding up, so that makes this shoe comfortable. Fit, it is a better fitting Salomon shoe than I've had in a long time. I think it is an accommodating upper. So those of you with wider feet or like a little bit more toe room or like a bit different fit through the midfoot, this will be a more accommodating Salomon, and that's great to see. Price, as I mentioned, $160 normally. Right now it's on sale for $120. That's gonna make this review quite interesting because that is a big discount, $40 mark off, in a shoe that initially wasn't making me quite happy, but the second pair makes me kinda happy. Bringing us finally to looks. I don't necessarily like the looks of this version. That version, I think, is a better looking colorway. It's quite interesting, actually. But looks, I don't know, it's fine. Bringing us finally to my conclusion. I have to say that I do like the Glide Max TR, but I can't love it. And that really comes down to that very first mile that I spent in that pair right there. Just wasn't great and actually left me with a pretty bad taste in my mouth. The second pair is doing much better. That's a good thing. And again, bonus to Salomon for reaching out and wanting to make it right. I hope they offer that same level of service to all the customers who maybe buy this pair of shoes and run into that problem. If other people even run into that problem. I'm just having a little bit of difficulty fully trusting the Glide Max TR to last me a long time, to provide me with all that comfort that I want for hundreds of miles. It has a lot of potential, but I think it's just coming up a little bit short. Bringing us ultimately to my final criteria, is the Glide Max TR from Salomon a buy, try, or a why? Is it worth your money? At $120 on sale, it's a solid try. If you're paying full retail price at $160, then it's a why. But I will give it a try because the second pair is doing better than the first. I hope you don't have a problem with the midsole like I did in the first pair. So if you get yourself a good pair of them for 120 bucks, that's a good solid shoe. And I think it's worth a try. That, my friends, is ultimately it for today's review. Question turns to you. Have you tried the Glide Max TR? Did you see my trail tested? Did it turn you off from the shoe entirely? Maybe you'll snag a pair on sale. If you have any more questions or you want to get a pair on sale, links in the description will take you over to Running Warehouse. They're affiliate links. They cost you nothing. They help us out. Consider using them for either this pair of shoes or for any of your running gear. Use the link in the description. And GR crew members, don't forget to use your discount coupon code for an additional 10% off pretty much everything that Running Warehouse sells. All right, that's it, my friends. I hope you're getting out there and training hard, racing harder, and probably the hardest. I know I am. We'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye.